Everybody, I'm Caden James. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. This is a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Now, in your life, it may be difficult to be yourself. It's an act of bravery to be ourselves and to not just do what society thinks we should do, or our parents think we should do, or our friends pressure us to do. That's why peer pressure can be so difficult to deal with when you're, in junior high or high school. We are people that crave validation and acceptance, but we have to give that to ourselves. We have to accept and love ourselves as we are and stop trying to be what other people want us to be. So an important thing to do is to really uncover what you want out of this life. This is your life. And if you feel that punting the ball to somebody else and asking them what their advice is and then just following their advice because you're too afraid to take your own, you are making a decision even then. So you may think you're not making a decision, you're not being risky, but the truth is this is your one life. And if you don't give what you're here to offer, if you're not being fully yourself in this life, then the world will never know you and the gifts, the unique gifts that you have to offer. So ask yourself, what am I here to give? How can I help other people? How can I serve other people? And we may think that we're being really smart by asking advice of successful people in the world. But the truth is, if we just follow the model that other people have done, and it's not really our path, we're going to miss out on really that inner fulfillment of our heart. So we have to ask ourselves these questions. We have to take our own advice. We have to get quiet and still. And this is not something to be afraid of. For a really long time, I was even fearful to listen to my heart because I was like, oh, how's that going to pay the bills? Or how am I going to be able to accomplish all these goals that I have for myself? But when I really started to dissect my goals, I found that a lot of goals that were within me weren't really mine. I had kind of taken them from other places. Society had made me think that I needed to do certain things by certain ages and I had to, fit a certain mold. But as soon as you break that mold and you free yourself to be fully yourself, you are liberated and you are able to be used for a very high purpose. So now we're going to get a little less deep. So the action for today is pick out an outfit that really expresses your personality or current mood. Wear something that really makes you feel like yourself. Have fun with this and see how it feels. So, our personal style can tell a lot about us. It's how we show up in the world, and it's an extension, of ourselves, of our personality. And a lot of times, like when you're in junior high, high school, you try to fit in, right? So you maybe wear things that, you think are acceptable to other people. Or if you go the opposite way, you want to completely put your identity out there. You want to show you don't care what people think. People kind of go one or the other way usually in school. But when you really figure out who you are, and you understand your motives for why you do things, and you start to just focus on what makes me feel good. What can I put on my body that's going to make me feel good? You start to make decisions for yourself from a place of just acceptance and love.